Hi guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021 and welcome to Tactic Apps. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to set custom cursors for your WPF applications. Now, I already have a project set up here, and in my project, I added a few resources which are cursor files, and I gave them names from C1 through to C4. I created these cursor files using a program called RealWorld Cursor Editor. The link to the software will be down in the description. I also set up a simple UI layout which consists of 4 rectangles, and I changed the stroke so that the strokes should be dashed. I also gave each rectangle a name from arrow 1 through to arrow 4. Okay, let's go to our main window.cs file. I'm going to create a resource, a static resource of the type cursor, and give it a name C1. Now, the cursor class has two types of constructors. One receives in a string, the other receives in a stream. Now, the first one receives in a string, which is simply the path to the cursor file, and the second one is a stream. In this tutorial, we are going to be using the second one. These are just the same with the Boolean property added there. Okay, so we are going to be using the second one. Now, in WPF, there's a class called application, and the application class has a method that we can use to get a stream of a resource. So this method is get resource stream. This method takes in a URI. So we're going to add in a new URI. And the URI simply takes in the path to the resource that you intend to use. Now, since our resources are in the root of our project, the path to those resources will just be simply the name of the resource, which is c1.ur. CUR. All right. Now, one thing is that this method returns a stream resource info class, so we can access the stream property of that returned object, which is the stream here. So that's it. We have our resource here, and we are going to store it in this variable called C1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste 4 times since we have 4 resources. And I'm just going to go ahead and change the names. Okay, I'm going to do the same for the path. Okay, now since we have our resources, we are now going to set the cursor property of each rectangle here to the resources that we just created there. So I'm going to go ahead and type in R1, which is the name of my first rectangle, and set the cursor property to C1. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, sorry for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this 4 times. And I'm just going to change the name from okay. Quick summary. I have created 4 resources of the type cursor and initialize them. Oh, one thing to note is that we need to specify in the URI method, we need to specify the kind of URI, which is URI kind. We need to set it to relative. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and paste. So yeah, basically I have created 4 resources of the type cursor and initialize them. And I have set the rectangles cursor property to each and every cursor resource that I just created. Okay, let's go ahead and test our program. All right, it's running successfully. Let me just maximize that. Okay, so if I put my cursor here in the middle, we see the default Windows cursor. And if I go to this box, you see the cursor changes. Go to the other box, we have a different cursor. The other one, we have a cursor that's different. And the last has a different cursor as well. So that's it for today's tutorial. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.